last thing we need to work on is we really need to get your glutes firing. This is the hottest topic. This is what everyone says. Your glutes aren't working. You know, we probably already told you in office that your glute isn't firing as well on that side. Obviously that's a big thing because again, the glute is going to do that primary hip extension and it's going to really propel you forward, and then I'm going to land on this glute and I'm going to repeat that, you know, 180 times over, you know, a minute for as long as I'm running. So to prime the glutes before we go, we need to do a few exercises. So it's a little different. We're just mobilizing things. What you're going to need is something that you can step up on. Right now I have a yoga block in front of me. You could use the curb. You could use whatever you've got there. A little bit of a step up is going to help get a little extra stretch on the glute. So what we're going to do is pick a side. I'm going to start with the right glute. And so I'm going to take just a normal step onto this block, or you would take a normal step onto the curb, whatever you're using. So I take my step on here, and then what we want to do, the first one we're going to do is actually, we're going to let the knee go as far towards the inside, almost over my big toe, kind of that place that everyone doesn't want to get to typically. But you're gonna let that go that way as I send my torso weight more this way. So I'm trying to actually get some length out in these tissues and really stretch this glute almost as much as it can. So I leave my back foot facing forward and I leave the ball of the foot on the ground. The toes and the ball of the foot are still there, the heel comes up. So I come forward, I shift my weight out that way as much as I can. And so in order to make this a little bit more effective is I'm gonna shift this out as I reach this arm over my head. And so I get as far as I can go and I should feel a good stretch in my glute, and then I push out of it. And I'm going to just repeat that process, maybe let's call it 10 to 15 times on one side. And then each time I'm really trying to use that glute to push out of there. Then I'm gonna switch 10 to 15 times this way. Again, this should feel symmetrical. If it's not symmetrical, then that tells us sort of limitations in your mobility, things that we might need to work on with you as far as foam rolling, stretching, that kind of stuff. Okay, so that's exercise one. So you should feel like kind of woke the glutes up a little bit. We're gonna try a different one that might feel better, different, or you know, not as effective. And that's going to be same setup. So I take my step on there, and then this time I'm going to use that same side arm. So I got right leg, right arm, and I'm really going to rotate as much as I can to the right as I come forward, and my knee dives in and I'm sending my weight over into this glute. I come out of it, same kind of thing, and I just rep it up. Again, repeat on the left. And then the last one, again, same setup, but this time what we're doing is I'm coming forward as much as I can. I'm letting my knee go in as much as I can. And this time I'm actually going to reach with my arms down and come out of it. And so you can try reaching in different sort of directions, but try forward first and might do, you know, a few of those. Then I can try and reach down that way a little bit, or I can try and reach this way a little bit. Whichever one feels like you're getting the most glute activation, do that a little bit more. So you give that a go. Again, maybe do 10 to 20, 30, something like that on each side. Then go for your run. If you find out in the middle of your run, it's not feeling the same as it did when I started, it doesn't feel like I'm using my glutes as much, you know, I'm feeling pain in my knee again, you know, whatever it is, stop for a second, find a curb, Find a, a little bit of an incline, find a rock, whatever. Repeat a couple of those exercises, whichever one felt the best for you at the beginning, and then go for your run again.